Hello, welcome to my second video about me being more honest with my problems and open with them and just putting it out there more and more. And today is mainly about my mentalities about being productive, trying to enjoy life, and how that all kind of just screws me up a lot. And that's mainly of how I mainly spend my time and what do I do to try to learn and be more productive with my life compared to playing video games and just trying to enjoy it. And one of the biggest issues that I have dealing with it is that balance. And uh, a lot of times I give myself a lot of crap for just in trying to enjoy something or trying to cheer myself up when I get depressed. But since I have chronic depression, I get depressed a lot, and with my autism, it's just amplified even more with one of my symptoms of being overly emotional, or my emotions are more sensitive, more amplified. When I feel happy, I get really happy, and when I get sad, I get really depressed. So that throws it all into it, and the fact that I don't learn normally either because of it, and which makes it hard. People say, "Oh, do it like this. You'll learn really good like this. Oh, just watch a tutorial." And I just can't learn that way. It's not enjoyable. It's not a good way for me to remember. And even when I think I learned it, uh, but as soon as I try to put it into practice, it's I forget everything. I don't remember everything, and I have to constantly double check, triple check, and I have to, and it's just like even for like simple basic stuff, I just forget that kind of stuff all the time, even in programs that I'm very familiar with, like with Clip Studio. I always forget like how to do certain little things. Sometimes I forget how the perspective tool works. I forget how to change certain settings about certain brushes and stuff, and even though they're relatively basic or simple, I just flat out forget. And just trying to be productive while having trouble learning and having trouble just trying to enjoy my life because I get really depressed. Like, I won't go into too much detail because I don't feel comfortable about it, but I don't have the best thoughts about myself. And I'll just leave it at that. For those who know what I'm talking about, which probably be like anybody, you probably get what I'm saying, but so yeah, like I do have a strong urge of wanting to be happy. That's partially the reason why I want to tell stories, because it makes me happy to share my stories. And it's because I saw other people's stories and stuff like anime, manga, or even video games where they just helped me out so much. I want to do the same, but it's just so hard. So even when I'm enjoying those things and just doing what got me into the things that I enjoy, I'm not doing the things that I should be doing to get my stories out there and stuff like that. I lose motivation fast and I don't learn things very well. It takes a long time for me to learn and just powering through it, but even when I do get better at something, like it doesn't feel accomplishing. It doesn't feel satisfying. I do enjoy drawing. I do enjoy telling stories, but as soon as I learn to be critical with myself, like it's something I wish I could just turn off. It's just something I wish I could just I just want to enjoy drawing stuff. I used to draw little comics all the time. And like I used to finish things. Like that's something I used to do. I used to finish things. Hell, back when I had my old YouTube account, I had several fully finished Let's Plays. Like, what the hell? Like, I can't even, like, even when I do gaming stuff, like, I can't finish anything. Like, you're just like, no, this is not good. This is terrible. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to upload this. Or, I'm not going to do this. This is not funny. This is not fun. And it's just so hard. And it's just, I spent, like, like it's just really really hard to just do something and still enjoy it, like for me, like for anything, like I can generally justify a fair amount of things, but I can't do it for everything, and eventually I lose justifications and I'm just, what am I even doing? And so I've been trying to force myself to draw more and more, and especially without a job. Like I need to like get something going or find another job, which is something I occasionally look up on. But I don't want to like get another job because then I lose a lot of time. Because when I first got my job at that old sandwich place I used to work at, the place I got laid off on, uh, because I was earning money, I didn't feel the need to really force myself as much. Yeah, I enjoyed drawing a bit more, but I barely did it for like the first few months, and it's something I don't want to happen again, just because I'm more relieved and feel safe. But at the same time, this feeling what I'm feeling right now is just horrible. It's like nothing that I do feels productive, and nothing that I do for fun feels enjoyable. Like, and even when I ask, like, for the few times I work up the courage to ask like more professionals in similar fields to mine, they always say no, just learn the process and enjoy it. Like, don't just try to force it. Like, it comes off, and I do see it. It comes off. My unenjoyment of something does come out in my work. For things I just happen to doodle for fun, I'm like, oh, that looks really good. Man, I wish I recorded that for a video. Then I get depressed about something that I did for fun, and it came out well. But yet, whenever I try to do something for productivity, even when I don't feel like crap about it, it's not as good. And they tell me it's like, just enjoy the process. And I'm like, this is not what I wanted to hear. I guess, it's the age old saying, don't ask questions if you're not prepared to hear the answer that you might not like. But it makes it even like harder because I'm supposed to enjoy the process, and I once did when I was younger and more naive and not as skilled, or not. I'm not even that skilled. I'm just kind of okay. I'm average, I would say. I'm average, and that's it. But now my ability to critique things are like really high compared to my relative skill. So when it comes to just trying to just do something, I can't help but critique myself. I can't help it. It's something I want to turn off. I can't just turn my mind off to these things. It's just, I'm an overthinker at heart. Sometimes that can be fun for like theory crafting and like going to detail into stories. I still like writing stories. I love writing stories. But I also want to draw them. I want to put my vision onto paper. I don't want just tell them. I want to share them. I can't read novels. I definitely cannot write them. My grammar is shit. Again, going back to my autism, I don't like using it as an excuse, but it's a reality I have to face. It's not something I can just ignore and just say, oh, I can't let this get to me. No, it is me. And it's like something like that very little people have tolerance for. Like, I hear like employers all the time on the internet, like, or just smart people in general, it's like they don't like working with people with bad grammar, or they don't like hiring people with bad grammar. I heard it from teachers. I heard it from online personalities who look up people who want to help them with video editing or something like that. Is that grammar is very important to them, and that's something I'm really bad at. So it's like everything about myself, I can't stop just criticizing and critiquing and being overly critical about it. And because of that, I can't spend my time with anything to be enjoyable. Like, even like when it comes to my free-for-all sketchbooks, where I like, oh, unless I really like something, this sketchbook I'm planning to never show people. But yeah, I still get too critical about it. I can't just doodle. I can't just do anything. It has to be something that progresses my art skill. Even though that's not how I should be improving. That's how I learned to hate myself. And I hear from professionals all the time, even when I don't ask them, is that you should learn to enjoy what you do. And I did. And I look back on the stuff that I enjoyed, and I still get a little bit nostalgic off of it. Even if I don't think what I did was good and a bit cringy, but it's like, man, I enjoyed making that. I look at my cringy stuff today, and it's just like, man, I did not enjoy that. Like, I did not enjoy creating it. I don't like looking at it. But for like my old YouTube channel and some of my older videos on this channel, I look back on it and it's like I had fun doing that. I had fun. And I want to have fun again. Like, but at the same time, I built up having fun in my mind as not being productive. And so when I try to be productive and have fun, it just doesn't work out. Like, it just doesn't. I want to be able to do things. I want to enjoy what I do. That's the reason why I chose this career, is because it's something I both enjoy taking part in and also looking at. Like, you know, I like taking part in writing stories. I love drawing, and I love both of those. I want to do both. But, like, I just can't enjoy it now, and I'm just kind of talking in circles. And it's something that's just really stressful for me right now. Whether I like it or not, this is just kind of how I am. And I'm honestly not sure how to fix it. Usually with stuff, I usually have a good idea how to fix it. And, you know, acknowledging the problem is always the first step, but I don't know what step 2 is. Is it making this video? Is it talking to others? I don't know. So I've been trying to not think about it, but in turn it makes me think about it even more. So I've been trying to find other ways to distract myself and maybe be productive. So yeah, it's partially the reason why I also did not cancel my subscription to Adobe Creative Cloud, because I want to learn editing, and hopefully that can be my next distraction, is just to learn to edit, because that's something that is inherently I don't want to be a part of my career. Well, aside from maybe like YouTube stuff or advertising the stuff that I do, and in turn also give enjoyable content to others. Maybe do a Let's Play here and there, but that'll be just hopefully purely for fun and just, you know, actually enjoying what I do. But until then, it's just like I just gotta kind of learn to deal with it, or to try to fix it. I'm not sure this is like I should deal with it or learn to fix it. Or maybe both, I don't know. Some things like bullies you just kind of learn to deal with, because you can't stop bullies. And the only time you can really stop them is when they get bored with you because you're dealing with them so well. But this is not a bully. This is myself aggravating and causing depression to myself. And it sucks. Like, really bad. Yeah, and I still need to have a video to edit. I said to myself yesterday, it's like, oh, I'm gonna dedicate all this time today to do it, but it's just, it's really hard. It's really hard. Anyway, that's all I have to say for today. Turn my monitor on. You're gonna see the reflection in my eyes yet again. I'm not gonna edit this. I don't like listening to my own voice, like, at all.